Greetings, YouTube. I always get an interesting amount of criticism. I'm not saying it's not valid criticism, but it's criticism nonetheless. That I can do one of two things, especially with what quite a few people in the community know my channel for, and that's offer review grades. I get backlash when I promote something as a high grade because I'm hyping it up. I'm making Kabam more money. I'm being their puppet. But the irony is that Kabam would tell those same people, yeah, but he does the opposite when he gives our offers a failing grade. He suppresses our ability to make a maximum amount of profit. So it really can swing both ways, and I'm just going to continue to be honest, or at least as honest as I can be in the moment. It doesn't mean that honesty can be proven wrong. It doesn't mean that you can't make mistakes. And Lord knows, over the course of over 11,000 videos on my channel in the past 5 years, I have made a plethora of mistakes. The key is to try to learn from them and improve and get better. With that being said, sometimes I have the rare opportunity of hyping something up that I think is just unanimously good for the spirit of the community and the excitement of the game. Now, I have no idea at the time of recording this, because I'm recording this about 10 minutes until the Tuesday deals, which this is the kind of Tuesday of the month that, given we just had the first featured champion, we expect, like clockwork, for the early access bundles, the second ones, to appear in the inbox. But assuming there isn't an in-game inbox message to talk about, and if there is, then this video will never see the light of day because it will be replaced by whatever message is in the inbox. But if there isn't an inbox message yet, I'm going to direct our attention for this video today onto the official Twitter page of MCOC, because they, speaking of hype, are the ones that yesterday on Monday came out with this post which gives a certain amount of hype to a good reason. Lockjaw loves a good underdog story. He wants to bring back a previous contender for another chance at the Summoner's Choice. Now, to be clear, I have a lukewarm feeling, like cautious optimism, and maybe that's still too optimistic for this kind of thing. Why? Because officially, these major Summoner's Choice buffs have not been the major buffs that we have seen in the game. When I think about the best buffs overall for champions in the game, I think about champs like Red Hulk, I think about champs like Venom, but I especially think about champs like Red Mags, champs like Colossus, even champs like OG Storm, and yes, a lot of those were mutant buffs. I also think about really amazing tune-ups like Nebula or Human Torch, who were good already but became even better after the buff. But when you talk about Summoner's Choice like Ant-Man or Guillotine, those were certainly the hood. Those were certainly mixed with a deserved reaction. They were met with some disappointment, even some anger, and some people thought they were great. I'm always going to tell you what I'm hearing and give you my 2 cents, but I want you to think for yourself. It makes me genuinely uncomfortable when I have people tell me, Prof, I don't know if I can support your channel because I don't always agree with you. Well, I don't want you to always agree with me, because if you always agreed with me and just automatically took what I said as gospel, that sounds like some kind of false prophet situation where I'm not actually creating a YouTube channel, I'm creating a YouTube cult. That is not the goal in this life, or hopefully any other. It is to just give one perspective and have a huge disclaimer that perspective doesn't mean it's right. It's just what I'm going to tell you in the moment. And the beauty of having your YouTube channel is, you can freedom of speech, say what you want to talk about. And sometimes I think a video is going to be great and it's a dud. And sometimes I almost don't post a video based off of the fear that it's going to be a waste of somebody's time. It turns out to be the best thing I posted all week. So you just never know. Even after 11,000 videos, even after 5 years of doing this, you just never know what the community is going to appreciate and what it's not. It's almost like you're creating a new menu each day of different kinds of foods and appetizers and desserts and things that you think your customers are going to want, but maybe they don't have the appetite for it that day. Maybe they want to send it back. Maybe they want to say that it wasn't made right, or maybe they want to say it's the best meal they ever had. Again, that's the beauty of it. You just never know until you publicly post a video. But for this, we've got another Summoner's vote of hype. And I do think we have ourselves another amount of excitement. We'll just see if that excitement is met with a legitimate buff that makes the champion way better, or if it's going to be a mixture of disappointment, anger, and somewhat contentment for wherever the champion ends up falling on the tier that they get buffed.